The Smiley J Artist Zone, a platform for and about independent artists. Music, interviews, and much, much more. Now, give it up. Your host, Smiley J.
Welcome to the Smiley J Artist Zone, a platform dedicated to independent artists. I'm your host, Smiley J. Happy holidays to everyone. Can you believe that this year is almost over in just a few short days? Wow. Now, I hope that you guys have a nice, safe, fun, and happy holidays, as you celebrate with your family and friends. But please, please, please make sure that you are safe. We are still in the middle of a pandemic. Now, if this is your first time listening to the show, welcome. I would really like if you come back. Yes, come back and hang out with me. You can catch me every Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And here's the good part. You can listen on your favorite podcast platform. I'm in all the podcast directories. And you can also catch me on Sundays at 3:30 on Urban 95 Soul Radio. Yes, that's what's up. Now, this show is audio, which means it's portable, and you can take me with you on the go. Yes, as you travel to and fro, I can hang out with you. Now, today I have a great show. Hanging out with me in the Artist Zone is the lovely and talented Miss Monique Nikkole. But before I bring Monique on, you guys know what time it is.
You want to know? Smile, don't. You want to know? Smile, don't. You want to know? Smile, don't. It's smile, you want to know? Smile, don't.
The COVID crisis is still among us, and some cities have already started implementing some changes, to their music venues for safety precautions. Now, this COVID crisis may likely impact music industry workers, so I want to encourage fans to continue to support your favorite artist and podcaster, like Smiley J. Now, there are many effective ways that you can help, such as making direct donations, via Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, Patreon. Now, most artists have this information already posted on their social media accounts. Some music venues will likely also modify the capacity limit, which means we're probably going to see more virtual concerts pop up. So, remember, please tune in and support those virtual concerts. And don't forget to donate to these artists. Now, no pressure here. Just give what you can when you can. All right, deal? Now, let me go ahead and introduce today's guest. Monique Nikkole is a singer, songwriter, and producer who started singing at the tender age of 2. She was singing everywhere from church to local talent shows. Some of her biggest music influences are Stephanie Mills, Whitney Houston, and Gladys Knight, just to name a few. Monique takes you back to that feel-good, real-deal R&B music that's missing in today's music. Her spin on music is refreshing. Her sound is a beautiful mix of raw soul music laced with a touch of satin. She wants to bring to light, what goes unsaid or just haven't been said yet, and she wants to do it in her own special way. You guys help me welcome the beautiful satin soul singer herself, Miss Monique Nikkole. Hey, Monique Nikkole, welcome to the Smiley J Artist Zone. How are you today?
I'm good, Smiley J. Thank you for having me.
Yes, thank you for being here. So congratulations to you on your song, Red Bottoms and Lingerie. Woo! Wait a minute, featuring Lil Flip. Can't leave him out.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Like, it's streaming everywhere. It's doing really well.
It is. God is good.
Yes. I mean, you are doing the thing. And also, I want to mention that you were featured in the New York Newsday, Faces of Long Island. Very nice article on you.
Thank you. Yes.
So, everybody knows about Monique Nikkole. Now, that title, oh, my goodness. Now, that title, tell us about that title, Red Bottoms and Lingerie.
Hey, yeah. I mean,
actually, you don't have to say much,
not
right?
really. I mean, it pretty much speaks for itself.
Okay.
Ladies love red bottoms.
Mm-hmm.
Men love when we wear them. And, it could be taken a few ways, lingerie is sexy, whether it's loungewear or it's as skimpy as, 2 Band-Aids. So, it could be anywhere in between. And as far as red bottoms are concerned, it could be the boardroom. It makes you feel powerful in your suit. when you're out there, you know, and you're conducting business. And then when you're conducting business at home with your husband, you could throw them back on with your lingerie.
Boom, boom, there it is. There it is.
There it is.
There it is. And it's going to be a good night. So,
yes, indeed.
So before we talk about your sexy song, let's just take it back a bit, for the folks who may not be familiar with your work. You started singing as a young girl. But you were singing everywhere from local talent shows to church. And then you took a little sabbatical.
Yeah.
Your dad was a singer and he was very familiar with the business. Yeah. And you know how dads are about their daughters. He wanted to protect you from the ugly side of the business.
Yes, indeed.
Now, during your sabbatical, what were you doing? Like, was there any resentment? Were you still working on your music? What were you doing during that sabbatical period?
Listening to my parents, going to school. I became a Nassau County police officer and retired as a detective sergeant.
Nice.
During that time, though, I still was involved in music as a concert promoter, artist management, a studio owner, production company owner. So I worked behind the scenes and, learned all of the business end of it. And
Smart.
I enjoyed putting the pieces together and watching projects come to and producing projects. So I was always in music, in a supportive role. And then 2015 is when I decided to invest in myself and I dropped my first single and that, got on the radio everywhere around the globe and, the rest was pretty much history.
Yeah, nice.
But at that point, thank you. I was an adult. I did school. I had, a great career. I did the things that my parents asked me to do, and I'm thankful that I did because that was able to help me finance the things that I wanted to do and to follow my dreams accordingly. So it might have been a little bit of a delay, but I still was able to still live the dream.
And you know what? And that's what matters. And I'm glad that you talked about you listening to your parents because, I'm a parent. And a lot of times, the younger folks, they don't always want to listen. They have their own ideas about things. And that's cool. That's cool. But it's just nice to hear you say, I listened to my parents. I heard them. I continue to march forward, not necessarily in the music business, but I dabbled and I learned the business and I came back. So you and I both share the same philosophy, which is everything happens and flows in its own time. So,
Amen.
So with that said, your first single was in, was it 2015, as you mentioned, and made it to the radio. Yeah. Now, that doesn't happen always.
No, especially with your first single.
Yes.
So, but again, being that I was already in the industry, you kind of know how to work a project because I've worked other people's projects. So when they say knowledge is power, but also you have to have a budget. So, you can make all the music that you want, but if you don't have any capital to put behind it, it's not getting to radio.
That's right. Let's also mention that you can have the money and everything, but radio still have to like what they hear. So they heard your song and they liked it and they, they put it in rotation, which is a good thing because, that doesn't always happen.
No.
So, I love your hustle.
Thank you. Yeah. Good record. If it's a good record, it'll make it to radio, but it has to get to a point where it gets on their radar. And that's where marketing comes in. Yes.
So, speaking of that, I want to continue to talk about your entrepreneur side because you like you mentioned, you owned a, recording studio and management and artist management where you worked with, emerging artists like new to the business. So do you still manage artists or?
No.
Okay.
I don't have the patience nor tolerance for that anymore. That was all right back then, but new, thank you.
So you're focusing on Monique.
That's right.
I know that's right.
Focusing on my companies and, getting that straight and, you know, creating other revenue streams and stuff like that.
So if you had to just give a piece of advice, because I have a lot of artists that listen to the show, what one piece of advice would you share? I know there's many that you can share, but what's kind of key?
Know your craft.
Okay.
You got to know your craft. You have to polish your craft. You have to polish your gift. That's like the biggest thing. And know your worth, you know, and don't sacrifice your integrity for anything or anyone.
All right. I like that. So you guys, you know, out there, you hear that? Take some advice from someone who's been there, done that, and is still doing it. So thank you for that. So let's talk about Red Bottoms and Lingerie featuring Lil Flip. Now, earlier this year, the song was like one of the most added songs on, there you go, on U.S. Urban Radio.
Yes.
You know, we talked about it. There you go.
Yes.
And wait, I got to say this because it was like right behind the diva herself, Miss Butterfly, Mariah Carey. Now, you know, I know that must have been a very proud moment.
Definitely. I mean, to even be mentioned in the same article or tweet or whatever, media case, I should say, report that I came in number 2 behind Mariah's most added.
That's what's up.
Yeah, I was like, oh, well, I did something right.
That's right.
Well, not I, because I'm not an island. We did something right, me and my team. So, yeah, that's a humbling moment.
Yes. Now, you know, Mariah and her team was like, wait a minute, who is this Monique Nikkole? Who is this? Yes. Now, you had the Houston rapper, Little Flip. Now, how did you guys hook up? Because, you know, he put his stamp on the song.
He sure did. He just came in there and caught wreck.
I mean, yes.
You gotta love him, for real. He's just a super talented, just great guy, and he's a gentleman.
That's even better.
Yeah, he really is. He's a real dude. You know, but we met through my manager, Michael Stemley.
Okay.
And, you know, it was a little bit of a back and forth who we was going to put on there. It started with like female artists. And then I was like, nah, I think a male-female dynamic would go really good on this, kind of back and forth. And he was like, okay, so what about Little Flip? And I'm like, yeah. And that's pretty much what happened. He contacted his people. Flip came back with that verse immediately. And I was like, whoa. And that was pretty much where it was.
Nice. Look at that. Now, Monique, who are some of the artists that you listened to growing up? Like, who were some of your favorite artists?
Patti LaBelle, Celine Dion, Whitney Houston, Stephanie Mills.
Okay.
Melissa Morgan.
Wow. All the powerhouses.
Yeah. As we lay,
I can't even think of her. Yes.
It's going to come to me. Shirley Murdoch.
Yes, thank you. Because I was having a moment. Yes.
You know, her and Stephanie and Melissa Morgan were huge influences on me. And of course, the other queens that I mentioned. There's just so many.
Nice. Nice. Now you are a Grammy member.
I am.
Yeah. So can you just like share the importance of being a voting for the Academy members, how important that is?
It's very important. 'Cause you're voting for your peers, and you do need to take the time and sit down and listen to the music that's coming out and that's Grammy considered, and cast your vote like anything else. Like you're voting for mayor, senator, president. If you want to be represented, and that's like the Super Bowl of music awards, the Grammys, you want to be represented. You want to have music that you listen to, that you love, recognize you have to vote. It's time consuming because you're sitting there for hours listening to music and stuff like that, depending on, what your strategy is when you're voting. But I do like to learn about stuff that I don't necessarily hear on the radio as well. So I go into those other categories you know, and broaden my knowledge on music. It's just very, very important. I mean, the Recording Academy on a whole does so much on a grassroots level with artists. There's like so much charity work that they do and other work like with the Library of Congress and with your publishing rights and everything else. So I'm very proud to be a part of the Academy, you know, and to help to push artistry forward, you know, in the best light that you can, especially for the up and coming artists, especially for, you know, artists during COVID that could not work. There was a lot of different avenues that were allotted for artists through the Recording Academy that didn't have the finance to eat or to do this or to do that. They were creating a way. And that's very important. A lot of people don't understand the back end of the Recording Academy. So it's difficult to get in the process. So I'm honored to be a member, and I'm honored to serve.
Good, yes. Well, you know, you're used to serving. I mean, you served your community in law enforcement. I mean, so you get in there. You get in there and you dig in there and get your hands dirty and do what you need to do. So I just love your story, just your whole entrepreneur side, just putting your music career on, you know, on a sort of delay but yet you continue to work and still invest in where you are today, you know, through your business ventures and everything. And even, you know, even being from a member of the being a member of the Grammys. So
thank you.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. Now, do you have any upcoming shows we could talk about?
I don't have any solid dates in front of me right now because we're in holiday mode. So the turn of the year, I'll be hitting the road. Okay. So once I have some dates solidified, it'll be all over my social media and my website, of course. So,
well, I hope you come, I hope you come south because you're in New York. You're in New York, right?
I'm between New York and Atlanta.
Okay. All right. So hopefully you'll come in the Washington, D.C. area.
Of course.
And drop, go ahead and drop that, that sexy song, which I'm going to be playing today.
Awesome.
Yes. Now, you're working on new music?
I am.
So
yes.
do you have a launch date? Can you give us a little sneak? Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Well, of course, Red Bottoms and Lingerie will be part of the EP. There will be some other records that are similar to that. And I want to also mix in a little bit of my classic R&B in this album.
Nice.
As well. Just so people remember that, you know.
We can use that.
I could belt that out, you know.
Okay.
It's not just these bubblegum records, because if you look at my catalog that was behind this, then you know what it is, especially my Christmas album that's out. And it's Christmas time, y'all. My Christmas album, Monique Nikkole Christmas. And
there you go.
You can find that everywhere. So that'll take me into the new year. Yeah. So
can you just, I need you to just give us your social medias in case someone want to follow you, keep up with all what Monique Nikkole is doing.
Absolutely. Monique, common spelling, Monique, Nikkole, Nikkole. That's everywhere. You Google me, you'll find me. But I'm at Monique Nikkole on IG, at Monique Nikkole on Facebook and Twitter and everything else in between.
Nice. Well, I want to thank you, Monique, for hanging out with me today in the Artist Zone. But before you go, I want to play a quick little game. You down for a quick little game?
Absolutely.
It's called Pick One. It's pretty easy. 3 questions, 3 seconds. You ready?
Okay.
All right, let's do that. Question 1. Let's make this a sexy night, and you want to impress. And you got the wine on chill. You got your favorite playlist. Pick one. Red Bottoms or the lingerie?
The Red Bottoms.
Oh, my goodness. Okay. So now that you have on your Red Bottoms, you want to serve up some bedroom appetizer. Some food. Some food to set the mood. Pick one. Chocolate-covered strawberries or raspberry soaked in champagne?
Well, it depends on who the chocolate strawberries are for. That would be for me, but I would do choice 2.
Okay, so the raspberry soaked in champagne.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now we got the red bottoms, we got the raspberry soaked in champagne. Now let's get some music on from your playlist. You ready? Now you're ready to set things off. So let's pick one: Luther Vandross or the Isley Brothers.
The Isley Brothers.
Boom! There you have it, y'all. There you have it. They don't call her Monique Nikkole for nothing. Okay. Okay. I want to thank you so much for hanging out with me in the Artist Zone, and again, much love and success to you in all that you do. And hopefully we can catch you here in the Washington, D.C. area. All right. You heard it here first. Until next time, peace and be well.
Hey, this is music producer 20, and you're listening to the Smiley J Artist Zone.
You about to get everything you want. Classy, ratchet, nasty. You about to get everything you want. Classy, ratchet.
Boy, look at these hips. I put them on for you. Look at these hips. How was your day? About to get better. Know you've been working all day, making that cheddar. Sit back, relax, boy. Look at this ass, boy. Tonight ain't no coulda, no shoulda. You get it, just what you asked for. Classic, ratchet, nasty. I could be anything you want me to.
Long weave on my real hair, I'm throwing it.
Boy, I got them red bottoms and lingerie. Red bottoms and lingerie. Red bottoms and lingerie. Got red bottoms, got red bottoms, got red bottoms and lingerie. Red bottoms and lingerie. Red bottoms and lingerie. Got red bottoms, got red bottoms, got.
I got red bottoms. These are bloody shoes.
Boy, come in the door. Take off them boots and them work pants. Put them on the floor. Cause I got a trick for you, baby. It's gonna make you wanna pay me. Cause I got that drip and picky tickets, make you wanna keep me driving crazy. Tonight I'm serving you every need, I'm gonna cater. If you like it ratchet, I could do it like I'm from Decatur. Classy, ratchet, nasty. I can be anything you want me to. Boy, I got them red bottoms and lingerie. Red bottoms and lingerie. Red bottoms and lingerie. Red bottoms, got red bottoms, got red bottoms and lingerie. Red bottoms and lingerie. Red bottoms and lingerie. Got red bottoms, got red bottoms, got.
I got
The
red
flip in the
bottoms.
building.
These are bloody shoes.
As soon as I leave the studio, I'ma come put it right on you. When you walk around in them heels, you killing them, girl, like pneumonia. You love the way I make you feel. I'm rocking my Rollie Daytona. I come from the land of the trill. Not even E.T. could phone you. Girl, you gotta put your back in it. My pockets got 100 racks in it. My bedroom got plaques in it. I break headboards, I'm shacking. You should come roll with a dun. Let's roll in my dun. I see you rolling your tongue. Look, baby, you know I'm the one. Now turn to the front and put your hair up in the bun.
Bloody shoe, pull up in a coupe. I'm gon' put my love on you. I got red bottoms, this be bloody shoe. Pull up in a coupe. I'ma put this love on you.
All right. Yes, it's that time. All good things come to an end. I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me today. Special thanks to today's guest, Miss Monique Nikkole. Yes, Satin Soul singer. Now, you guys be sure to follow her on her social media pages. And you know the drill around here. You like what you hear, you download it, and you add it to your playlist. Yes, that's how we get down. Bye for now. Until next time, I'm going to need you guys to be well, stay safe, and remember to listen to good music. Your ears will thank you for it. I'm Smiley J, and I'm out. Happy holidays.